Hi, my name is Hannah Thomas, and this is the Future FilmMakers podcast called Rediscovering Your Passion. We want to help you discover yourself, discover your filmmaking dreams today, rediscover that passion that's been with you forever, and give you some helpful steps on how to pursue your filmmaking dreams today. It's also important to acknowledge, kind of figure out, what is your dream? When I talk about my dream, I don't say, oh, I want this production company to sponsor me or pay for me to make my film or whatever. That would be great. It would be great to be picked up by a big production company from Hollywood, and they're saying, oh wow, Hannah, you're such a talented director. We want to give you money to make one of your films. My dream is to make my films. It doesn't matter who is going to pay me, who believes in me, who's supporting me. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, all I want to do is make my films. If that's the independent filmmaker way, I'm going to do it that way. That's my dream. My dream is I have these films in my head and I have to make these before I die. So that's my dream. And I think it's nice. It's almost like my dream has a lot of flexibility, and I think that I don't know what this world has in store for me, but I know how far we've already come, Daniel, and what we've created with Future FilmMakers. I know it's going to be amazing. Who knows what's out there, but I have a lot of positive thoughts. A little scared, not gonna lie. We probably should talk about LA now.
Yeah, let's talk about that, about fear. So I'll start with kind of my fear. So I have been wanting to move to LA since I was probably 7 years old. I wanted to be an actor. I wanted to work for Nickelodeon and Disney, and I got on my Nintendo Switch, and when they came out with the Safari on it, and I looked up every way of getting there. And it's expensive, and it's hard, and it's wild. So my fear is this. My fear is that I'm gonna get there and two things are going to happen. I'm either afraid that I'm not good enough and I'm going to fail on myself, or what if I succeed and I can't handle it? Those are my two fears. The money, the expenses, all this other stuff is minuscule to the things that I am actually going to LA for. I'm going there to be a working actor. I told myself once I pay off my car and all this debt that I have, I will no longer work a conventional job. I, from that point, will be a working actor. And that's scary for me to say because that's a dream I've wanted for such a long time, and to say it out loud and to be so close to it, what's stopping the world from taking it away? So I'm going to go for it until that happens, and if it ever does, I rewrite my plan and I, get to work from square one. But I'm not going alone. I have some really great friends and people that I consider family now. I'm dragging Hannah along with me to LA, so at least she'll be down there when I'm down there, and we'll be able to work on films together and hopefully get our name out there.
You're no longer dragging. I'm coming willingly now. So major life changes for me made me realize that I have no reason not to go to LA. And I love Daniel's reason for going to LA, and this is why I think Daniel's gonna make it, because he's just, nothing is holding him back. He is determined to be a working actor. He will be a working actor, and that's why I know he's going to make it. Versus me, I'm a little weird. I'm going to LA to go to school. I don't know what my next steps after that is. Daniel might not like this, but I am big into I can make it wherever I am kind of mentality, because I love independent filmmaking. I love the ability to make my own decisions, make the films that I want to make on a budget. I've seen the power of just a little bit. The fact that I could raise over $1,000 for this random film that I did over this summer really, really opened my eyes to the ability to crowdfund. Now, I know I'm crazy. So I'm going to go to LA to go to school, see what it's like, see if it's the right fit for me. I'm not going to LA because I think LA is the only place that I can make it. because I have this feeling that the industry is changing. I have a feeling that independent filmmakers are able to rise up through small platforms like YouTube. I've seen the power of YouTube. I know YouTube is so powerful, and I want to see where Future FilmMakers takes me and takes these individuals all around me. If I take training about people who create 6-figure businesses off of YouTube and all these crazy, Mr. Beast, the billionaire or whatever. I think he's a millionaire, not a billionaire. But like the amount of money that is in YouTube, and the fact that people don't go to the theaters anymore and they rather sit on their phones and watch a YouTube video. Like, the industry's changing, filmmaking's changing, everything's changing, and I want to be like flexible, kind of figure out what is best for the time, and nothing ever is going to stop me from making my films and pursuing my dreams, because I'm going to make my films happen. I'm kind of scared that I'm going to go bankrupt doing it, but because I'm not really the best at managing my spending. But I think LA is a great opportunity for like filmmakers to come together. So I'm about to start a movement called LA Bound. Well, I've kind of already started it. I just haven't launched any merch yet. So I guess that's why I said I haven't started it, but I definitely have started it. A movement called LA Bound, and I don't want people to think that they have to go to LA to make their filmmaking dreams happen. But I think going to LA is a great opportunity to go to school, see what's out there, see the opportunities. I feel like once you're there, you're kind of going to get like more of insight into, you know what, maybe I can make it here. Maybe this is where I'm meant to be and stuff like that. Yeah, so I think I kind of an interesting stance on it. I'm going to LA for school because I think it's an awesome opportunity and stuff like that.
For the network.
Stand in a sound stage. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
Hold a red camera.
Yeah.
Those are the kind of things that you don't get. Like, I feel like LA definitely has the best opportunities when it comes, because it's a center of the film industry, even though that's changing a little bit because of Atlanta, but it really it's historically been the center of the film industry. So there's a lot of opportunities there. There's a lot of learning opportunities, people already working there. So I think it's definitely a great opportunity. I have to go there to see what's out there. But I mean, Daniel, I don't know. We'll see if I stay there. You might convince me, but
yeah, I mean, it's a thing that you have to kind of tell yourself. Is it for you, or are you just going to go there for the experience? And I mean, Hannah has been kind of a person who was destined on the dream of making it anywhere. Do I think Hannah's going to stay? I don't think so. This is just my personal opinion. I think Hannah is going to meet some great people. She's going to network very well, and me and her are going to take LA by storm. But I think eventually she's going to take everything she's learned, all the people and all the contacts she's made, and be able to make her films anywhere. I don't think she wants to be, stuck in a city where everybody's trying to do the same thing. She wants to venture out, go do her own thing, and that's really great. I'm going to be going to LA for a school as well, and I'll be doing the same thing, networking, doing all this stuff. But do I want to live in LA? Probably not. It's kind of really expensive, like we said, and just wild. But I'm there to do a job, and my job is to meet people in the industry and to get in. And anything that happens after is solely based on my own opinion and my own choices. And I think that's really good, great. Half the actors you talk to don't even live in LA. Some of them live in Arizona, Colorado, New York. They leave California because if you're good enough, somebody will fly you in. So yeah, but I think we'll both like it. I think it's going to be a great experience, very fulfilling, and I think we're going to thrive in whichever way we need to thrive.
But
you have anything else, Hannah?
I think that's all I have. You're going to have a fun time editing this podcast because I have you on speakerphone right now. You're going to hate me.
Oh, no.
My AirPods died.
That's okay. That's okay.
But I'm Hannah Thomas. My Instagram is future_filmmakers, and you can check us out at Future FilmMakers on YouTube. We're also on YouTube. But thank you for getting to this point in the podcast. You are so awesome. And I really hope that you got value out of this podcast today, whether you're watching it on YouTube or you're listening to it on Spotify. I am so thankful that you were there for us, and I hope that we were there for you in whatever you needed today. But we will check you. I don't know what I'm saying.
We'll be back next Wednesday for another new podcast. Back next week for a whole new set of topics, a whole new set of stories, and like always, a way to inspire you.
And remember to never stop creating, because it's our turn to make it happen. Daniel, didn't you want to go to bed tonight?
I'm dead.
You didn't give me enough time to rack the focus to it.
No, those are special.
Private.
Imagine waking up at like 5 o'clock in the morning and you get a message, you're like...
Didn't you say you wanted to go to bed tonight?
Yeah, you said I'm done by 3.
This is my favorite thing to say.
I can't.
Seth Rogen, I love you. Hit me up. Answer my DMs.
I love Seth Rogen.
And I love Seth Rogen. He's amazing.
Y'all ready?